Arrival of the Vanguard. The human warship, known as the Vanguard, arrived in the Tarkin system with a purpose that was as clear as the starlit sky above Earth. This system, a bustling hub of interstellar commerce and diplomacy, had never witnessed the military might of humanity on such a grand scale. The Vanguard, a titan among stars, dwarfed the local defenses and alien armadas that scrambled into defensive formations upon its unexpected arrival. As the massive doors of the warship's hangar bay opened, launching squadrons of sleek fighters, the Alien Council convened in an emergency session. With their usual calm shattered, the leaders of various races, from the insectoid Klaxians to the ethereal Nebulons, debated their next course of action. Their holographic images flickered with urgency in the council chamber, a grand arena adorned with the flags of 1,000 worlds. Commander Helen Mira, aboard the Vanguard, observed the chaos through her ship's scanners. Her face, lit only by the soft glow of the command console, was resolute. "Broadcast our intentions," she ordered her communications officer. "Let them know we are here not as conquerors, but as liberators." The message transmitted across the system was simple, yet bold. "People of the Tarkin system, we come in peace to safeguard our shared future against the scourge of the Gorvax pirates. Stand with us or stand aside." The Council's dilemma in the council chamber. Arguments raged. The Gorvax pirates had been a thorn in the side of the galaxy for centuries, raiding supply lines and vanishing into the dark recesses of space. The sudden promise of human intervention split the council. Some viewed it as a blessing, others as a barely veiled threat to their sovereignty. Chancellor Zirion of the Crystalline Plarians voiced his concern, his voice a melodious chime that resonated through the chamber. "While the humans' offer is tempting, we must consider the price of such an alliance. History has shown that dependency breeds subservience." On the other side of the argument, General Tharn, a grizzled veteran of the Tarkin Defense Forces, who resembled a bear-like creature with tusks, slammed his fist on the armrest of his stone chair. "We have bled enough fighting the Gorvax. If the humans can turn the tide, why should we hesitate?" As the debate continued, unseen by the council, human intelligence operatives worked the crowd, whispering promises of protection and sharing data on Gorvax movements, slowly swaying the tide of opinion in the Vanguard's favor. First Contact Commander Mira decided it was time to take a more direct approach. Accompanied by her elite diplomatic team, she boarded a shuttle bound for the Tarkin main planet. Her arrival at the council was met with a mixture of awe and apprehension. Stepping onto the dais, Mira addressed the assembly. "Esteemed leaders, I come before you not only as a military commander, but as a representative of Earth's desire for universal peace and prosperity. The Gorvax threat affects us all, human and alien alike." Her speech, broadcasted across the system, reached millions, stirring hearts and sparking debates in homes, public squares, and the darkest corners of space bars. The turning point, the council's vote, was near. The air was thick with tension, the outcome uncertain. As the final speeches concluded, the voting began. One by one, representatives cast their votes, displayed above the council in holographic lights. The result was a narrow victory for cooperation. Cheers and sighs filled the chamber, a sound mirrored in countless worlds watching the broadcast. With the decision made, the combined fleets of the Tarkin system and the human Vanguard prepared for a united assault against the Gorvax stronghold. This alliance, born out of necessity, would soon be tested in the fires of battle. United front. With the alliance forged, the combined fleet assembled at the edge of the Halor nebula, where the Gorvax pirates were believed to have established their primary base. The diverse armada, composed of Tarkin frigates, human dreadnoughts, and Plarian cruisers, stood ready against the backdrop of swirling cosmic gases, their metallic hulls glinting under the light of distant stars. Commander Mira coordinated the attack from the Vanguard's command center, a room now bustling with both human and alien officers. Their screens displayed complex battle formations and trajectories, a ballet of ships against the vastness of space. "This is more than a battle," Mira announced to her mixed crew. "It's a statement of our unity. General Tharn, aboard his flagship, the Tarkin Valor, growled his approval, his voice booming over the comlink. "Let the Gorvax feel the strength of our resolve. For Tarkin and Earth!" The battle cry was picked up by other ships, a chorus of determination that bridged species and cultures. The assault on the nebula A's, the fleet moved into the nebula. Their sensors picked up the first signs of Gorvax activity. Pirate fighters, swift and deadly, darted forward, clashing with the advance guard of Tarkin and human pilots. Explosions lit up the nebula, each burst a testament to the ferocity of the encounter. Commander Mira, watching the skirmishes unfold, directed her capital ships to engage the Gorvax's heavier vessels, which lurked deeper within the nebula. The human-designed hypercannons, combined with the Plarians' energy lances, proved devastating. Gorvax ships, unprepared for the intensity and coordination of the Allied attack, began to falter. On the main battlefield, a massive Gorvax dreadnought emerged, its cannons firing wildly. Its target was the vanguard. Mira, anticipating the move, had already coordinated a flanking maneuver. Plarian ships, with their superior agility, swept around the dreadnought, while Tarkin bombers pounded its shields. Victory and beyond. The turning point came when a specially outfitted human torpedo, cloaked by Plarian technology, breached the Gorvax dreadnought's weakened shields and detonated deep within its core. The resulting explosion was a brilliant flare that momentarily lit up the nebula. As the dreadnought broke apart, the morale of the Gorvax forces crumbled. In the aftermath of the battle, debris and disabled ships drifted through space, the remnants of a fierce conflict. The Alliance had won a decisive victory, but the cost was visible on the faces of the crew aboard the Vanguard. Mira and Tharn, standing side by side, looked out at the scene of devastation, their thoughts on those lost. "This victory is just the beginning," Mira said, her voice tinged with both triumph and sorrow. "We've shown that together we're formidable. Now we must ensure that this alliance becomes a foundation for lasting peace, not just a weapon against common foes." As the fleet returned to Tarkin space, news of their victory spread like wildfire. Celebrations erupted on worlds throughout the system, and for the first time, humanity was hailed not as outsiders, but as heroes and true allies. The alliance, forged in battle, would need to be nurtured in peace, a task both Mira and Tharn were determined to see through. Their next steps would involve diplomacy, rebuilding, and the integration of their forces for mutual protection. The galaxy had changed, and they were at the heart of that change, steering their people towards a hopeful future. Foundations of peace. As the debris of war settled, the Tarkin system, once isolated and mistrustful of outsiders, opened its arms to diplomats and trade ships from Earth and Plarian territories. The newly formed alliance, victorious in battle, now faced the even more daunting task of political and economic integration. Commander Mira, no longer just a military leader, found herself appointed as an ambassador to the Tarkin Council, a role she embraced with the same fervor she had for combat. Her days were spent navigating the intricacies of alien politics, where every decision could tip the delicate balance of newfound friendships. General Tharn, revered as a war hero, took on the task of integrating human technology with Tarkin defenses. The workshops on Tarkin Prime buzzed with activity as engineers from different worlds shared knowledge and innovations. Tharn often walked among the workers, his towering figure a symbol of the unity they were building. A new threat emerges. However, peace is often a precursor to unrest in the galaxy. Reports began to surface of a rogue faction within the Gorvax pirates, not willing to lay down arms. Led by the elusive Captain Vrax, this faction posed a new threat, targeting isolated outposts and supply routes. Mira, upon receiving these reports, proposed a proactive measure, a joint task force composed of the best from each species. This force, named the Galactic Peacekeepers, would patrol the borders of the Allied territories, ensuring that the remnants of the Gorvax could not regroup. The Council approved her plan, and soon the Peacekeepers became a symbol of the Alliance's commitment to security and mutual cooperation. Mira appointed a young, ambitious Tarkin pilot named Kale as the squadron leader under her direct command. the Galactic Peacekeepers' first mission. The first mission of the Peacekeepers was to investigate a distress signal from a remote mining colony on the edge of Plarian space. As they approached the colony, sensors detected unauthorized ship activity, clearly Gorvax in origin. Kale, piloting the lead fighter, maneuvered his squad with precision, engaging the pirate scouts before they could warn their main force. It was a quick skirmish, but it demonstrated the effectiveness of the integrated training programs Mira had initiated. On the ground, Mira led a team to secure the colony. They found that the miners had repelled the initial Gorvax attack, but were ill-equipped for another assault. Mira's presence reassured them, her calm authority a contrast to the tension that had gripped the colony. The Peacekeepers stand as they fortified the colony's defenses. Mira received intelligence that a larger Gorvax force was en route, likely to reclaim what they had lost. She made the decision to make a stand, not willing to give up the colony to pirate control. When the Gorvax fleet arrived, they found not a beleaguered mining outpost, but a well-defended fortress. The battle that ensued was fierce, with the Peacekeepers leveraging their superior tactics and newfound unity. The Gorvax were repelled, their ships retreating into the darkness of space, carrying with them the news of their defeat, a model for the future. In the aftermath of the battle, the success of the Peacekeepers became a rallying point for the Alliance. News of their victory spread, bolstering support for Mira's vision of a cooperative galactic community. Other species, once neutral or distant, began to express interest in joining the Alliance, inspired by the tales of unity and bravery. Mira, speaking at a galactic summit, used the success of the Peacekeepers as a testament to the strength of diversity. "Together we are not just stronger, we are invincible," she declared, her speech broadcast across countless worlds. As the summit concluded, new treaties were signed, and the foundations of a more extensive interstellar alliance were laid. Mira and Tharn, once warriors, now stood as architects of peace, their legacies intertwined with the future of a galaxy that had found hope in unity after centuries of division and conflict. Expansion of the Alliance. The Interstellar Alliance, bolstered by its recent successes and the charismatic leadership of figures like Mira and Tharn, began to attract membership from far beyond its original borders. New species brought not only their military might but also their cultural richness and technological advancements, creating a melting pot of ideas and strategies. Mira established the Galactic Cultural Exchange Program, aiming to foster understanding and cooperation through shared knowledge and experiences. Schools across various planets started offering exchange programs, and artists from different species collaborated to produce works that blended diverse artistic traditions, promoting a galaxy-wide appreciation for each species' uniqueness. The rise of Captain Vrax. Despite the flourishing peace, the threat from Captain Vrax grew. His fleet, now a mix of rogue elements from multiple species, started to conduct more daring raids. Vrax's strategy was to strike quickly and vanish into the nebulous sectors of the galaxy, where law enforcement was stretched thin. In response, Mira commissioned the development of the Sentinel Fleet, a rapid response team equipped with the latest stealth and tracking technology. Their first task was to locate Vrax's base of operations. The fleet, led by Captain Kale, employed advanced reconnaissance drones and spy networks, eventually discovering the hidden base in the asteroid belt of Quarn. Operation Silent Storm, the operation to neutralize Captain Vrax, codenamed Silent Storm, was set into motion under the cover of a meteor shower, providing natural cover for the approaching Sentinel fleet. Kale led a squadron in a stealth cruiser, slipping past Vrax's sensors to deliver a team of special operatives directly onto the asteroid. The operatives, trained in zero-gravity combat and silent infiltration, disabled the base's communications before a full assault began. The battle was intense, with Vrax's forces being highly trained and fiercely loyal. However, the element of surprise and superior tactics gave the Sentinels an edge. Vrax's capture and the tribunal captain. Vrax was captured during the raid, and his trial was set to be a galactic event. Broadcast across the Alliance, the tribunal aimed to showcase the justice system's fairness and the rule of law. Vrax was given a competent defense, and the proceedings were transparent, with representatives from various planets attending. The trial concluded with Vrax sentenced to life imprisonment, his fleet disbanded, and members rehabilitated into society where possible. This event marked a significant victory for the Alliance's legal and ethical frameworks, strengthening the public's trust in the system. Legacy and New Horizons. With the galaxy at peace, Mira contemplated retirement. She envisioned leaving behind a stable and prosperous alliance, confident in the new generation's ability to lead. Her memoirs, Unity and Diversity, became a bestseller, inspiring future leaders and diplomats. Tharn, ever the engineer, focused on building a space exploration fleet, aimed at discovering new life and new civilizations. The fleet, named after Mira, was equipped with the latest technology, including engines capable of traveling beyond the known galaxy. As Mira watched the first ship of the Mira fleet launch, she felt a profound sense of accomplishment and optimism. The galaxy, once riven by conflict and mistrust, was now looking to the stars together, united in their quest for knowledge and growth. The legacy of the Alliance, underpinned by unity and diversity, was now firmly established, promising a bright future for all its members. The Galactic Education Initiative. With peace more firmly established, the Alliance turned its attention to long-term stability through education. Mira initiated the Galactic Education Initiative, a comprehensive program designed to integrate diverse planetary educational systems and curricula to foster interspecies understanding and collaboration from a young age. This initiative included the creation of the Interstellar Academy of Science and Arts, which quickly became a nexus for young minds eager to learn about different cultures and technologies. The Academy offered courses ranging from quantum engineering to xenolinguistics, all taught by the leading experts of various species. Virtual reality classrooms allowed students from distant planets to attend in real time, making education accessible to all corners of the galaxy. The technological renaissance. The influx of shared knowledge and resources spurred a technological renaissance. Breakthroughs in energy efficiency and AI were rapidly integrated into daily life, leading to significant improvements in living standards across allied worlds. Agricultural tech developed on agrarian planets was adapted to work in the barren landscapes of former war zones, turning them into fertile grounds. One of the most significant advancements was the creation of the Unity engine, a new type of hyperdrive that used a form of non-reactive propulsion to make space travel faster and safer. This technology was crucial for the expansion of the Alliance, as it facilitated quicker response times to any distress calls and helped maintain peace and stability. Cultural festivals and unity games. To celebrate the diverse cultures within the Alliance, Mira endorsed the establishment of the annual Galactic Cultural Festival. This event, held on a different planet each year, showcased traditional music, dance, food, and art from various species. The festival became a beloved tradition, symbolizing the unity and mutual respect among the Alliance members. Concurrently, the Unity Games were inaugurated. These games included sports from various worlds, adapted to be inclusive of different species' physical abilities and environments. From zero-gravity football to underwater relay races, the Unity Games emphasized participation and teamwork over competition, becoming a significant event for fostering interspecies camaraderie. The Conservation Corps. Understanding the importance of preserving natural resources and planetary environments, Tharn spearheaded the formation of the Conservation Corps. This body was tasked with repairing ecosystems damaged by wars and industrial exploitation. It employed a mix of manual labor and advanced robotics to rehabilitate planets, ensuring that natural habitats were restored and maintained. The Corps also worked on developing sustainable models of living that could be replicated throughout the galaxy. These models focused on balancing technological advancement with ecological preservation, aiming to ensure that future generations would inherit a healthy and vibrant universe. Legacy projects and the Mira Library. Her final term as leader approached. Mira launched several legacy projects, including the Mira Library, a massive digital repository accessible to all citizens of the Alliance. The library contained all known galactic knowledge, archived and updated in real time. The passing of the torches. Mira prepared to step down. She nominated Tala, a young diplomat from a newly integrated species known for their peacemaking skills, as her successor. Tala had risen through the ranks with a keen understanding of intergalactic politics and a compassionate approach to leadership. In her farewell address, Mira expressed confidence in Tala's abilities and the Alliance's future. She reflected on the changes she had witnessed, enemies becoming allies and diverse cultures blending into a unified community. With a hopeful heart, Mira passed the torch to the next generation, ready to face the challenges and opportunities of the ever-expanding galaxy. The Age of Exploration. Rekindled with Tala at the helm, the Alliance witnessed a renewed interest in exploration. Capitalizing on the technological advances of the Unity engine, the Galactic Exploration Directorate was established. This body was tasked with charting unexplored territories beyond the known boundaries of the Alliance. As new star systems were mapped, the directive also focused on responsible exploration practices, ensuring that no new contacts with unaffiliated civilizations were exploitative. The Diplomatic Corps' new directive Tala restructured the Diplomatic Corps, introducing a new directive that emphasized proactive peacebuilding and cultural exchange. Ambassadors were now trained not only in diplomacy, but also in cultural anthropology, enabling them to serve as both diplomats and cultural liaisons. This initiative helped prevent misunderstandings that could lead to conflicts, promoting a deeper understanding and respect for the nuances of interspecies interactions. The Technological Exchange Program, another significant development, was the Technological Exchange Program. This program facilitated the sharing of technologies between advanced and developing worlds within the Alliance, ensuring equitable technological development. It helped eliminate the technological disparity that had once given rise to tensions and contributed to a more balanced growth across the galaxy. Intergalactic infrastructure projects, to better integrate the galaxy's far-flung civilizations, several large-scale infrastructure projects were launched. These included the Intergalactic Superhighway, a network of safe and efficient trade routes that connected major economic centers with remote areas. The superhighway boosted trade and allowed for the quick and safe transport of goods, services, and people across vast distances. The Galactic Health Initiative. Recognizing the importance of health in ensuring a thriving society, the Galactic Health Initiative was introduced. This comprehensive healthcare program aimed to provide universal health coverage across the Alliance. It included the establishment of planetary and orbital medical facilities equipped with advanced medical technologies capable of treating a wide array of species-specific ailments. Cultural heritage sites, to preserve the cultural heritage of the diverse civilizations within the Alliance, the Galactic Heritage Committee was formed. This committee identified and protected significant cultural sites across the galaxy. These sites were not only preserved, but also opened for educational tours, helping to educate the public about the rich histories and cultures of their fellow Alliance members. The future forward, as the Alliance continued to grow and evolve, it became a beacon of hope and cooperation in the galaxy. Under Tala's leadership, the focus remained on sustainable growth, peaceful exploration, and mutual respect. The legacy of Mira and the foundational principles of the Alliance guided them forward, ensuring that the future, though full of unknowns, was approached with optimism and a collective commitment to the common good of all civilizations.